What's up, everybody? What is going on? Forgive me, okay, it's muted. Never mind. Want to make sure I didn't get no feedback. What's going on, Die Hard? Lowbrow, what is going on? What's going on, Mike? Bassing with Big Malone, what is up? What's going on, Bassmaster Vicky? What's going on, Scott? Fisherman 83. Ben, how's it going, man? How is it going? What's going on, Luke? Mainstream fishing. What's going on, Bobby? Hope everybody's doing well. Well, I lost one. What's going on, Danny? Smoky Mountain Fishing. Frank, what's up? What's up? What's going on, Mr. Washburn? I got a Washburn base back here. So weird not hearing you guys. I'm so used to having a guest. What's up, Cool Granddaddy Sweets? Forever! Forever! Oh, wait, ever! What's up, Kyle? Ben. Probably a little better than your dog, Ben. A little better. So what's going on, man? I just wanted to do a little chill. Yeah, I am going to be at Knoxville. I'll be working Camus booth. That's kind of one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to jump in tonight with all the geeks. We'll kind of let everything going on. What's up, Bobby? The other Bobby. Petro. John Lee, what is going on? Kevin. There you go. Smith Mountain Lake, Virginia. In the VA, baby. What's going on, John Thacker? Gary Laney. Get to give you guys a shout out when I'm that way. Julie, what's up? Not ignoring my, guests that I got on here. Ryan. Lanier has been fired this winter. What's up, Travis? Oh, man, I just wanted to really jump in, man, and just kind of do a one-on-one with y'all. I haven't got to do one in a while and just kind of laid back, chilled out, talk about fishing. Don't tell nobody. I won't tell nobody, Ryan. I promise. Nobody knows but me and you. But, man, I don't get to really spend some one-on-one time with my geeks, and that's something I want to start doing a little more of on these live streams. Not always having a guest on. I enjoy, you guys being my guest and just shouting you out, hollering at you. Gosh, foot of snow, Scott. It, spit snow here. What's going on, Michael? Mr. Stakes, Mike Roten. What's up, brother? Ryan. New boat update. That's one of the things I wanted to talk to y'all about. So we got 87 people in here. Let's just go ahead and talk about the kind of the business side. Guys, I always say that, Bassgeek is part of, it's really your all's channel. I mean, Bassgeek is nobody without you guys. And I say that all the time, and I mean it. I did find a co-angler. Oh, yeah, y'all talking about lowbrow. Wally World had real Yamamoto Senkos. Man, I remember when you could go into Wally World and buy his son. What were they called? Oh, God. I can't believe it. I've still actually got some packs of them. What was his son's, Gary's son's company? They weren't Yamamoto's. They were, anyway, if y'all remember, What's going on, Jason? Jason Emery fishing down there. What's going on? Sup, nerds? Shout out to the Berkeley nerds over there. It's Geeks over here, man. Geeks. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Way to correct that. But so the boat. Going to Nashville the I think the 8th to do a plant tour for Camus. We're going to film that. The boat is actually done, so they let me know a little late because we were going to go down and kind of catch the boat while it was being made. But what's going on, Bassless Chap? But it's, everything's coming up. Everything's supposedly, I don't know that I truly believe this or not, but supposedly we're going to have the boat in a couple of weeks. And then, of course, you guys will see Konami. There you go. Tennessee Valley Angler for the win. Konami Baits. That was actually, I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, Tennessee, Gary's son. He started his own company, and you went in and bought the Konamis, which were basically the Yamamoto Senkos. They're made in the same place. Anyway, sidetracked. But there's that. And then I want to talk to y'all about something. Now, I put a thing out a little while ago, and it really kills me. I seen Milliken do this, and I've thought about this for years about having you guys sponsor me and putting you on my boat wrap when I fish tournaments. And so he beat me to it. I figured I have to build the audience just a little bit more because I didn't want to do it and have 3 people on there. It'd kind of be weird, just 3 big heads, random people nobody knew going down the water. Of course, it will create attention and get people to ask questions. So, Fat Lab Fishing, what is going on? But anyway, so I know you guys have heard me talk about, sponsoring the channel. So here's your all's opinion. I want you to listen. I want you to this kind of the final vote. I thought about doing, and what I hate is because I'd love for you guys to be able to get the emojis. So I thought about doing a membership. Some guys kind of felt like a membership left you out, but that's one way, like you can donate $1 and it's it's just a reoccurring deal, like every month, right? But I hate auto withdrawals also. So, you guys tell me right now, would you rather just do the thanks and no memberships? Because we're only going to do one or the other. Or would you rather do the membership? The membership for $1, we'll do, like we'll try and do like a once a month live stream and you'll get the emojis and the little icons beside your name. For the thanks, you pick whatever video you think is worth it. If you don't think a video the entire month is worth a crap, don't donate nothing. But what I'll do is, like, during every Bassgeek box video, at the end, if you give some of you guys, like I was just saying, give $1. Some of you guys will give like $10. So we'll just say, man, you sponsored for and here's Mike with a $9. So like Mike, he gives thanks. We just call him a 9-month sponsor. So Mike would get his M up there. He needs to tell him he needs to update his profile picture, get his mug on there. And we just put him up there, at the end of those videos to kind of show, who all sponsored the channel. So y'all tell me which one you'd rather do. Go ahead and tell me right now, members or just do the thanks. I like it either way. I don't care. I enjoy doing it. And I appreciate the heck out of you all. Oh, well, Frank's already. I've never done a membership and probably never will sign up for one. So, and that also kind of lets me know. I like the memberships, some, but that also lets me know. And again, Mike, I'm trying to pop your. There it is. There we go. Thank you, Mike. Again, thank you very much for the $9.99 donation. Now we're going to get to talking fishing. I want to get this crap out of the way. But you guys really let me know what you think. It kind of allows me, when you guys donate via a thanks, if that's how you want to sponsor, that kind of allows me and shows me too what kind of videos you guys actually like. And I can kind of cater to what you guys are seeming to really dig. So don't do it out of the kindness of your heart, daggone it. If I suck, don't give me no stupid money. Just be on there like, Hank, you're getting paid this month. You have sucked it up. You've called it in. You have phoned in every video this month. You're fired. So, but anyway, I come in and I try to be chill. And then I get on here with you guys. And it's just like, I don't know. Y'all get me all geared up. All right. Anyway, what's going on? Tiger Muskie. Muskian? I don't know. Listen, I'm a hillbilly, so I get names wrong. You think do both? I just, I feel bad about asking, period. Like, I feel bad about even saying it. I feel like I'm asking too much of you all. I just hate it, man. Yeah, man, they do. I think it's memberships is like a 70-30 split. Did I math right there? But I don't want this to become a big conversation. I hate talking about it, period. Like, I feel like such a loser bum for asking you all. But, I'll be honest with you. This is like I started YouTube and I never thought in a million years that I'd have the opportunity to maybe walk out and do this full time. And, there's a lot of guys, a lot of your bigger YouTube channels, some that are blowing up right now that they've never really had to have a real job for a living. I've got a wife, kids, grandkids. So, I've got to have a kind of this financial, and it's not a lot, believe it or not. I mean, I've done well and, not been in debt like crazy. Even on the new house, I mean, we went super cheap. You know, but anyway, all that. What's going on, Little Rich? What is going on, sir? But anyway, that's enough of that talk. You guys let me know. Well, thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate that. Let's see where we're going. Cheesecake of the Month Club. Yeah, it seems like you guys are kind of on it, Like I really hate it, feeling like I'm excluding people. When you do a membership. I wish that like YouTube would let me do like the lives and let you guys have the little emojis. Because we do the take a drink thing, and because every time you say girth, and I put a little beer mug out there. anyway, so each live, I got you there, Mike. Thank you, sir, and thank you, Ben. Again, $1 is fine. If you think about it, if I could hit one video every month and have, we average about 5,000, 4 to 5,000 when we're really rolling. The beer, I've got to stop looking up here, but it per single video per views, right? And so. And I've thought about that, but like I said, I don't know. We're still feeling it out. So you guys forgive me if I'm talking about it too much too in videos upcoming. Y'all tell me. I trust you guys. I rely on you guys to be honest with me. I will take a 6-pack, even if there's one missing. I mean, buyer gets to keep at least one, right? I mean, that's how it was when I was way too young and couldn't buy my own. But I don't know about the reels yet. I don't know. I'm sure they'll have some sort of sale at Watson's, which, by the way, guys, if you all have never been to Watson's Marine for an open house, you look up Watson's Marine. You need to come out because literally it's not like a huge show. You are literally just standing out there. You know, Mark, I'm trying. I don't know if you were before or after me. There you are. Thank you again for the $4.99. Yeah, there you go. Thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate you being a sponsor, man. You know, and again, man, I always tell you I'd rather y'all spend money on yourself. Wait, I missed somebody. Tony Cole, where are you at, brother? There you are, right there. So I appreciate you. But anyway, I want to get off this. I want to start talking fishing because, man, I have actually got to do some fishing. Now, as far as the boat goes, so within the next 2 to 3 weeks, middle of next month, I'm hoping you guys get to see the boat. We're going to do the reveal. We're going to do a giveaway for the reveal. So that's going on. For you guys that don't know, we are fishing Kobe Couch, I appreciate you again for the $4.99. Thanks for being a sponsor. Oh, is Brazalo in here? I love my Brazalo buzz baits. Where'd he go? Somehow I missed him. But yeah, I'll be at the next 2 shows. So I will be at the Knoxville show in the Bunch / Camus booth with Camus. K9 will be there. So I'll be around their booth some. I will be at Watson's the very next weekend. And I'm telling you, man, it's so small and free food, like free, good home cooking food. I'm going to try and do a video on that. What's going on, Brazalo? What is going on, man? Hopefully I get to see you guys down there in Knox Vegas. But yeah, I'll be there. And then I'll be at the Red Crest, the MLF Championship in Charlotte, North Carolina. And then I will be at back in Knoxville for the Bassmaster Classic. Those 2 are in March. So that's interesting. Can you do that on YouTube? I know you can do that on Twitch, but I don't know if you can do that on here. Hey, tackle storage videos are coming. I thought it'd be a great deal, Russ. Tell me what you think about this. I want to do a tackle storage kind of comparing because I'm keeping the old Triton kind of as a backup. I'm gonna let my son and son-in-law run it, but I thought about showing you how I kind of organize my tackle in that boat, and then comparing it to what I do with the new Camus. So kind of almost a side by side. We'll break it up in a couple of videos because that could get really long. Yeah, man, you cannot beat Watson's. Good bunch of people, great open house. And dude, like pros are there and they're like just hanging out. They're like, I mean, like you don't have to wait in line. Like they just all be standing around eating. I mean, they're eating. They're there for the food. Trust me. So yeah, it is. It's a good little show. And you wouldn't believe, man, the stuff that comes out of Watson's. I mean, I could name you a ton of baits from individual bait makers there that brands like from Demiki, Spro, Missile. I mean, tons of bigger companies. Berkeley have come down and basically said, "Oh, that's a good idea. Let me make my own." I will be at the Bassmaster Clay in the Camus booth and all those shows too, by the way. So you guys come by, number one, because, you know, when you come by the show to see me, it makes me look good in front of Camus guys. So I appreciate that. Hey, what is going on? I never can say. I will just say Gordon. Thank you for the $3, man. Thank you for watching the channel so much and commenting all the time too. That's a huge deal, guys, to comment. So, okay. So who's fishing and who's frozen right now? And you could still be fishing frozen, you know, if the ice is thick enough. Yes, Watson is the second, third, and fourth. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think that's correct. Let me look at my calendar. Yeah. So it's not on a Sunday. Not on a Sunday. Thank you again, David. We appreciate that. Yeah, good to see you tonight too, man. It is good to see you. I'm glad all you guys come out. Bribe. So like I said, man, who's fishing? Who's frozen? Hey, man, look. What do we always say? How many 100% watch squatters we got in here? I tell you what, man. Thank you guys for starting that. That was incredible. 100% watch squad. Watching a video from start to finish is the absolute best way. The absolute best way to support the channel. I mean, really, I don't never give me a dime. Just every single one of you watch video from start to finish. That is the best way. So it came down to two boats. It really did come down to two boats. And so it come down to the Phoenix, come down to two Tennessee made boats, really. And that was a little bit of a factor, but not a complete factor. I'll be honest with you, like I love a lot of the Vexus, like the fiberglass boat. I love a lot of the design, but they're heavy and they're slow. For me, it really came down between the 721, which reminds me a lot of my Triton. I mean, the hull, the way it drives, you know, the old Triton, you gotta learn how to drive through Chine Walk. And here I wanna get to my guy before this time's out. Good Lord, guys. Kevin Atlas, I think Altis. Sorry. Again, I'm bad with names. I'll see you at Red Crest. Man, that's awesome. I cannot wait to be there. It's my first ever Red Crest. I've been to Charlotte for a couple of reasons, but Red Crest, I think that's going to be a good time. RNM Stevens, 86, $2. Thank you. Hey, listen, spent kids' foods on custom cranks, $5 next time. Dude, just watch. Listen, you take care of your family, you get your baits. That's more important than anything. But yeah, man, what really caused me to go with Camus though was I'm fat and I'm old. And they've got the designs kind of a lot of different companies. And those, if you notice, they've kind of got those kind of skeeter, I don't know what they're called in the back, but they help you take waves better. It's not as fast as a 721, and I do like speed, but I am getting older. You know, so a good ride, and I am going with the 20 because it is their fastest model, and it's also a lot their storage because I carry a lot of rods with me. So I just think that stupid day box on the driver's side. Like if you go to the even the 8 series, whatever it is, the higher end Phoenixes and like the 21 foot, the CX 21, you get this stupid day box and it takes up like so many feet in front of your console, your driver side on the starboard side. And I just hate that, man. I just think it's such a waste of space. If I want a day box, like put it somewhere down, put the cooler, that's one thing I do like about a Vexus. A Vexus got the cooler right beside the driver's seat. Now that's handy. Fat boy don't want to have to got a gut in the way trying to reach up to the step cooler, so, so that's why I went with the 20 and, and the ride. So it's got good speed. It's got a good ride. And then, last but not least, man, I've got a 98 Triton. I've had Earl Benson's name on the side of my boat for, I don't know if I had that, 2004 I bought it. So, math that out. A lot of years. And, about, 15 years. So, it's, just kind of maybe a little bit of a loyalty thing, I mean, I've been with Earl for a long time and I figure why not? All right, now let's see who's fishing. All right, Julie's fishing. GK Farms is fishing. Jeff is fishing. Oh, Southern West Virginia. Who else is fishing? Lowbrow fishing. Vicky's fishing. Jordan's fishing. Ben, I know where you're at. If it's frozen down there, we're in an ice age. Okay. I mean, Fat Lake freezes down there, we're in an ice age. Of course, it did in Texas a few years ago, or like what was it, last year? Massachusetts now, sleet and freezing rain in Mass. Is the lakes froze, Rich? Not fishing, but not frozen. You're in Maine. Why ain't you fishing? It's got to be 2 foot ice up there by now. Just got back from Norris. Good lake there. Fished the Chick. Fishing, not catching. Yeah, I know that feeling. Hey, I'm going to show y'all something if I can make it work. Let's see if I can pull this. I don't know if I can. Let's see. I found a school and literally caught one bass. Anybody that sits and says, oh, yeah, fishing, throwing, you got that live scope, it's easy. No. When you see 100 fish down there and you throw everything but the kitchen sink at them and you catch one out of them, yeah, it's that easy, I guess. Freezing up in Illinois, Dave. Watson's is located, I always get this wrong, I believe it's Blountville. It's not Blountville, it's, oh man, hold on. I'm looking it up. Watson's Marine, hold on. Bluff City, Tennessee. Here, I'll give you the website. Nope, that's Facebook. And it's just watsonsmarine.com. All right, right here. There. So I stuck Watson's website in there for you. Fishing caught your personal best. Tournament fish 5.90 on Douglas last week. I've never winter fished Douglas, and it is a great winter fishery. I've seen some huge bass come out of there during the wintertime. Again, I very much appreciate you. I'll see you down in Charlotte. Not frozen, but not had any chances to get out on the water. I understand that. Batteries are dead on the boat. I understand that. I went through that a little while ago. Went crappie fishing. Boy, I found some schools of crappie too. Gosh almighty, I found a huge school of carp. I've never seen a school of carp that big, man. It was crazy. Ooh, walleye. Walleye. Now you're making me hungry. Cherokee's still liquid. It is. It ought to be getting, the temperature's been like this. You know, are they out there? Are we dropping on them yet, Kobe? Uh, Truthfully, whatever's catching them. Um, Winter and summer to me is a lot alike, and so when I get into winter and I get into summer, I've got a lot of rods on my boat. Um, you know, for me, you know, winter I'm going to run through blades, spoons, Demiki, tight lining, which is kind of Demiki. You can go both ways. Let's see, crankbaits, jigs, Neds. Um, I feel like I'm leaving something out here. Spy bait, uh, swim baits, big and small. In wintertime, though, go to the extremes. It's either the biggest that you can get or the littlest you can throw. For whatever reason, that's how it works. Whoo! Caught a 9.92. Jeez. Yeah, there's some big ones down there, and wintertime's the right time to catch them. Fishing and frozen. Yep. So you ice fishing already? Yeah, jerk baits, and I love the jerk baits. Just remember what I say, man, about hard baits, guys. I've got a rule about hard baits. Okay, for me, hard baits, and when I talk about hard baits, I'm talking about anything that's a wire bait minus top water. Top water, for whatever reason, is different. But if it's subsurface, a hard bait can be a spinner bait. I even count jigs in that sometimes. But yeah, there's my hashtag 100, guys. Hard baits, you've got to have something. You've got to have 2 foot of stained or dirty water. You can get away with 3, sometimes depending on the depth that you're fishing. Uh, I plowed a foot of snow today. Bassless chaps almost frozen. But at the same time, you know, if you've got say 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot of visibility, then you got to have some cover, big rock, something that the bass can get in that's going to break their line of sight. Chop on the water, chop on the water for me to throw we're talking at least 6-8 inches in clear water, 5 foot or more. Freezing rain and snow. Yeah, we've had a little bit of snow here today. But that's kind of my rule. And then, my other kind of rule, you guys have heard me sort of talk about it a lot. I always start looking at that visibility line. I'll take a little white bait with my glasses on, drop it over the edge, see how deep I can see it. I mean, how deep I can see it. And, then I know what the water clarity is. And then I go and start fishing. Like right now, a lot of times I'll start fishing 10 foot below that because of the wintertime temps, especially once we get into the 40s and below. And then that's sort of my guideline. As we get into spring, I'll fish right at the edge of that visibility line to about 10. But most of the time, I'm gonna start up there and see if there's any life. But I'm fishing a lot deeper than that pretty quick. Fishing but feeling like it's frozen. Big front and snow coming. Yep. I would very much appreciate that. Wear that Bassgeek apparel when you're coming to see me. That's pretty odd. Speaking of which, check out my beanies, man. I look like a longshoreman, or when I got them on. But the hats, they're out there on the website. There was a problem with the website today. 100%. All I got was this shirt and a hoodie. Thank you. I appreciate that, Nick. Yeah, high winds, especially on the water, depending on the water in the boat you got. 100% watch crew, 100% watch squad. Let's see. Dealing with cold and muddy water. Hey, picking up those 6 and 4 pounders. About 2. Oh yeah, man. Y'all see those Lornette? What do y'all think about them? Let me know what y'all think about them. Yeah, when you're fishing the tournaments, which by the way, I'm fishing the mountain division this year. So for anybody that don't know, I will be fishing the mountain division as a boater. So we're going to be putting the Camus to its test. Hopefully, I don't scare me by driving it. So yeah, there we go. I'll put a bimini top on the Camus bid. TR19. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, go look at the 19 Real Appalachia. Go look at the 19 Camus. Now, I don't know if you're looking new or used. Yes, I am going to be at the East Tennessee show. I will be at the East Tennessee show with in the Camus booth. I will be at the Red Crest in Charlotte, North Carolina, in the Camus booth, and I will also be at the back in Knoxville for the Classic with the Camus booth. Money Bass, man, what is going on? I got a buddy calling me, another YouTuber. Shout out to the IBH boys. If you all know him, tell him I'm live. Tell him to get his butt over here and watch. But thank you, Money Bass. Nothing wrong with swapping knowledge for some change. Yeah, I agree, man. I just want to get out there and it helps with the channel. It helps me, you know, really put all this money is going to go right back into the channel, whether it be giveaways for you guys, whether it be, just cameras or phones. As you guys know, I've got a real bad tendency of dropping those suckers in the water. Danny says the boat's covered up till spring. Here's my guy Joey, man. Here's somebody I got to hook back up with. We got to go doing some fishing. I think is that fish one that you caught up here, Joey, or is that one of them big ones? I can't tell if that's a largemouth down there. Just hanging back watching. Yeah, we got to get caught up and chit chat. It's one of my buddies down in South Carolina. Just got done fishing. How'd you do, TK? How's it going, man? Buried in snow, Scott. Shoo. In my swimming pool. Let's see. Fished out of a canoe in Texas. Ripstop jerkbait. I got a few of those. Ooh, I'm gonna show y'all something. I don't know if you can see it real well. Look at this. Very small profile, deep diver. These are, I don't remember if this is X75. I don't remember if, I think these are made by Megabass. Yes, they are. And I don't know how to say this. These are the XNANAHAN. Nananha. But man, I can't wait to try those. They're a deep diver. I really think they're going to be good in the spring. What's up, Cajun Rob? It snowed for 24 hours, says Jason. So what are you guys fishing right now? What's your hot baits for you guys that are fishing right now? What's your hot baits? Here, while y'all are doing that, let's see. How'd I get back up there, money? You didn't donate twice, did you? I don't know, man. I don't target them Alabama bass or spotted bass up there, and I don't know about that on Cherokee. I stayed home. Blade baits. What kind of blade baits you using, Mike? I mean, if you don't want to tell nobody, I understand. I love my man. I love my and I got a video coming out on blade baits. There's another blade bait, but I love my vaults. Just ordered me a ton of like the 3/4. Yeah, like my hoodies too, man. They're good. That's right. Everybody, hoodies. That's what we gonna call them. Hey, 2 foot viz. I know it can be tough in that water, but that's that's good crankbait water, even during the cold water right now. Good jig water. Don't have enough ice locally. Yes, I am going to be. I am pretty confident. My first tournament is in March on Del Holla. I do believe I'll be in the new boat. I should have it, like I said, here in the next week. Next 2 weeks is what they're telling me. So, yep, there you go. Red A rig. Yeah, gosh, see, there's another. I left the A rig out. Chatterbaits, spinner baits. If it's dirty, yep. Texas rig. Dirtier water in the winter, though. I don't throw a whole lot of Texas rig. Unless I know the fish are right there. Speaking of which, here, I'll show y'all something. Let's see if I can do this. Bear with me. Here we go. All right, I'm going to kind of zoom through this. I want to make this big. Yeah. Okay, check this out, man. I literally accidentally found this school of bass. You can see some of them right there. See these little dots right here? There's a couple of smaller fish down on the bottom. You can see some right there. Now I'm not in the heart of them, but you see them right there, all along that's not rocks. That's bass. They're out there about 24. They were literally off of. See, that's me. I'm sitting still. You're turning. There is a. That's this glare right here. I keep my graph pretty hot because I like to see anything, especially out wide. And so that is, just your sonar. Now this is the bluff. We're coming up on bluff. That's a bunch of rock and brush that's hanging off of it. But I'll show you. Right. Let's see. I got to get back there. They are again. Yeah. Now look at this. Right there. Look at that. That's all bass. All down through there. That's all bass, all stacked up. There's a log laying right there, then it drops off over here. Check that out. And literally, I could move side to side if I've got the picture here. Let's see. Thought I seen a bait coming down at one point. Yeah, that's my bait over top of them right there. I'm just kind of working a little Demiki tight line. You see them moving with it. They're seeing it. They're thinking about it. But they just never took it. That's what stinks to see this many fish. Now that's carp right there. You see them? You can tell by the way their heads are shining because their heads are stiffer than or bigger than their bodies. So you can see them right here too. Big old carp. See how big they are? I mean, you're still 25 foot. There's some smaller ones up here. Now that's that school of fish, that school of bass again out there. And they're just sitting there. You see that one's tail. it's pretty neat to go back, be able to record off this, and then go back and kind of see what you miss on a big screen. There they are. Again, that's that same school. I'm just off of them off to one side. Right there's a good. Look at that. Look at that. How they're just cram packed in there. And they'll get real tight during the wintertime. Really tight during the wintertime. So they'll just stack 2-3 high right there. They'll sit at the bottom. But what these bass were doing is they were about 20 foot off of a big bluff. And, they were just sitting there. I figure what they were doing is they were probably sitting there when they're in feed mode, they just go over to that bluff and they'll feed. And right there basically is what they look like when they're in I'm cold as HE double hockey stick, and I'm just sitting here with my buddies going, woo, rub on me, bro. Let's get some friction. I know that's how I am. I'm a fat boy. I got a lot of insulation, but I hate cold weather. Like, I'd rather it be 100 or it be, way before I want it to be 40. I found a guy. He is in Norton, which is a town just up the road from me. So he's going to be traveling with me. I don't want to give his name out. He may not want that, but first thing I asked him was, "Are you okay with being on YouTube?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm good with it." I think he's actually a little bit older than me, so hopefully I can learn something from him. I'll just kind of drive the boat around the places he tells me. That's what my game plan for the year. So, yeah, good time for stripers right now. Good time. Got a good buddy of mine, Striper X. Y'all need to check him out. He does some guided tours if you like some striper. I know another guy that probably ought to do some guided tours for stripers, and that's good old Bobby Arden that's in here right now. All right, wait a minute. I got somebody that's donated to me. I want to get down here. Gosh, y'all got a lot. Hey, if I'm missing your questions, so let's really talk about fishing. What are you guys looking forward to? You got some baits that you want to try out next year? During the spring. Last cast with TikTokaholic, TikTokaholic. We're going to call it that. I'm sorry I butchered your name, but everybody else can read except me. So there it is. Super sticker. I appreciate you, man. $19.99. That is freaking awesome. TikTok. I wish I could hear you people. But thank you very much. Small swim baits. I hear it. Drop shots, cranks, shaky heads, suspended jerks. Tungsten ice jig. A Jackal Keyburn. I haven't seen that. Yeah, the Mickey Vault. I agree there too. What's up? Hey, you joined. I seen where you tried to call me. I said, hey, somebody tell him I'm doing a live. Get over here. Jerkbait and Ned. Let's see. What's going on, Patrick? I don't know if I got to actually say hey to you earlier. Money Badger. I've got to pick up some of those. What's up, Brown Bait Company? I've got the Working Class Hero Citizen. It's a darker one. I really do want to throw it, and I'm probably going to throw it this spring. And that is probably going to be one of the things that I keep in the old, I ain't telling nobody except you all, as I go fish these tournaments up there. Yeah, I like hot hands. I do run my Panoptics off my starting battery. I have not put a separate one in there yet. I run 8 gauge wire straight from the battery though. So I am going to do a what's up everybody, Adam. I am going to do I do not have a Fishbrain account. I am going to do a settings on it. I feel like I'm good enough. For all you guys that don't know, I'm not a truck driver. I am a network engineer. I'm a computer geek. So when it comes to electronics and computer stuff, I'm kind of okay with it. So uh, I feel like electronics are just kind of my wheelhouse. So now, Tom, that's all right. You never know what's going to happen. Now that's a little different type of heat down there now, which now it gets humid up here. The Appalachians, that's right, Appalachians, that's how it's pronounced, is they're really considered a rainforest. They are very, very hot and humid during the summer. That's why I like having a bass boat, because when the fat boy needs to blow some wind on, I just go up and down the lake for a minute, cool off, and then go back to fishing. The first tournament at Dale Hall, I tell you right now, uh, I am going to be. I'm gonna be looking for schools of shad. I hate to say this right now. I'm gonna be looking for shad. You guys know I like clear water, so I'm gonna be probably on the lower end. First day of practice, I'll spin on the lower end with a lot of small um, swim baits, Demikis, little minnow baits, a few things like that. I'll be looking for feeders. I'll be looking for action. Uh, you know, uh, that's that's which plays into my wheelhouse. I hope I can find them. You know, I feel like when they're feeding, there's so much easier. Jerk baits. Hence, again, this is why I picked up some of these, and you know, I'll check these out. Like these are the plus two, so these dive about 12 feet, and with a couple of spin dots, they're gonna dive a lot farther. Check those bad boys out. Look at that. Now you talk about a finessey jerk bait. So, and I've got some really good colors in there too, and they're supposed to cast a mile. I don't know. Let's see if y'all can see that, but they got some good weights, good ball bearings to them. So, but yeah, I'm pretty stoked about those. Tell me that ain't got. Tell me that ain't got smallmouth written all over it, and the belly looks like that too. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to just look at a text. Um, yeah, 31 tournaments, man, right there. Holy guacamole, Batman. Sure, I'm too old for that. Oh, dude, I am sorry to hear that. That stinks. Very sorry to hear that. Keep an eye on the two my two favorite stores is the Bass Tank and Bass Boat Electronics. What's up, fishing with Gramps? Got to get you back on, brother. Got to get you back on. Let's see. Listen, I've got to hear somebody say it. Literally. Because I think I'm saying it right. Chartreuse, right? Am I not saying that right? You know, I'm not saying it chartreuse, spelled with CH. Ned's and Jigs. Is it? That ain't helping me. I can barely read. I was raised in the mountains. Hey, I think I didn't thank you for this, but thank you again just in case. Bright Bobber Green. Hair jigs, too, by the way. Hair jigs this time of year. Got a video coming out on that. I don't know. Yeah, hair jigs. I'm just going to say that. Anybody do any hair jig fishing? You know, anybody do? I cannot stand to do. I've done it, a lot of it. Anybody do float and fly? You float and fly much? Oh, that just ain't. That's 22 ways from wrong. My dog topped that. Oh, Mayberry meets Star Trek. Ain't that the truth? I'm like that. Did y'all ever see that one where those Alabama boys was they used to work for NASA, and then they got a show somewhere and they was just blowing stuff up? All 4 seasons in one in Alabama. That's the way it is here too. Uh, well, you know, I understand. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay on here too long. So if you guys got any questions, you know, let me have it right now. Uh, got that Southwest Virginia weather. You're saying it right. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Everybody makes fun of me, but that's all right. Let's see. Chartreuse. Sharp truce. Here's somebody else trying. We're getting English lessons. The water temps in Tennessee are now in, depending on what lake you go to, we're going to say the very, eastern, northeastern Tennessee. It's in the 40s, the upper 40s. The little lake that I was on in that video, I literally went there the other day and it was about half froze, and then it thawed back out. So now that's in Virginia though, so it's not bad. What? Wait, where'd you go? Oh, Ben, I missed you. Rednecks. Listen, I ain't gonna lie about it. Good Lord. Last cast. You ain't gonna have nothing left, man. Save that money. Buy some chartreuse jerk baits. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother or sister, whatever. I won't have the new boat at the Knoxville show. I won't have the new boat there. Sorry. Maybe by the Watson show. Maybe. Let's see. What's your favorite YouTuber? Who do I draw from? I've been watching YouTube for a long time. And I'll be honest with you, man. I've been watching YouTube since sort of the fishing thing was a fishing thing. You got to go with Gene back in the day. And I really did, and I still do. Maybe not the rest of them, because I don't think the rest of them fish anymore. Lake Fork guy, he won't go out if the wind's blowing past 5 miles an hour. And then the only thing it seems like he can ever catch is crappie, and he doesn't do a real good job at that anymore. I don't watch Rob. I appreciate what Rob's done for us, but he just ain't my cup of tea. Flair don't fish. He's farming with Flair. And then so but I do like what's his name? Oh my God, John B. I think John B does a great job. He's very cinematic, very entertaining. Perrick, he don't fish anymore. But who do I really draw from? Who do I really watch to learn from or find things out about? It's probably got to be a whole lot in the group that I'm with. People like Gramps, people like Alex Rudd, Ben Nowak, uh, the Berkeley boy or Berkeley, the nerds, not Berkeley. Lord, I got Berkeley on my mind. I was thinking about Alex and them stupid crankbaits that I need to try. Burley boys. Of course, I mean, you don't get two better guys when it comes to fishing gear, baits, rods, reels, than Tackle Junkie. It's in the name. And Debo, if I want to learn something about, gear, a lot of times those are the guys that I look for. I used to watch Tactical a lot, but I've seen all 5 of their videos that they put out every year now. I'm not going to make a lot of people happy at all right now. But and I know, man, you can only put out so much about fishing. I mean, legitimately. It just is what it is. Still watch a lot of the pros. If you guys don't know, I co-host the Basscast Radio, and we have some really good guests on there that I get to ask some really good questions, and that's a podcast. This will be turned into a podcast too. I don't know if this one will, because it's just kind of for us, me and my geeks. But yeah, Gene, there was a lot of stuff that happened to Gene. A lot of stuff, lost some people and stuff. And then the whole, there was a little dust up with the Googans and all that. But I don't know, people that I really learn from. Let's see. Oh, no, wrong button. People that I learn from. I'm looking in my Gary V. I watch him a lot. He's motivational and cusses like I do. So, so he's somebody I look up to. Hey, I got to give a shout out to Lady Bass too, man. I mean, she's, I've had her on the show and I've been on her show a couple times way back in the day. Been watching some Lowbrow, seen his video today, actually. Shout out. Mikey Balls. How can I forget Mikey? Mikey is talking about it. Mikey's moved up to Alabama, so he's starting to learn all this stuff about that I've talked about for years now. Stuff like the little swim baits and, little underspins and stuff. Yeah, man. I like Op Defoe's channel. He's from around here, so a lot of stuff he talks about, I kind of already know. It's pretty common knowledge. I watch John Cruz too. He's pretty common knowledge. I watch that Die Hard Anglers guy, but just mainly because he looks funny. It's kind of what I think. He's gonna kill me. He's one of my friends. Kyle Welcher, which by the way, I talked to him today. He's gonna be on the show again. One of my faves. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know that there's that many good. I'll have to give a shout out to the 10 horse Monty fishing too, and he normally does live stream on Monday nights. He does some pretty good stuff. God, I know y'all didn't ask for all this. But okay, I'm calling it right there. As far as I'm going. So let me ask you guys something. What do what videos do you want to see? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm going to do my best. I was happy with what work was going on, but there's been a dust up now, and I'm kind of worried that I'm going to get to do what I want to do. But I'm hoping I'm going to get to do a lot more fishing this year. So fishing videos. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. A lot of you guys are like, yeah, we love fishing videos, but it doesn't show up in the analytics. The analytics say something completely different. The analytics say you don't watch them. Now, that might be the format. Maybe need to do a little better format. I am going to do a video. It's going to include both days of practice and the tournament. And there will be tournament footage for all the tournaments I fish. Right now, we're definitely going to fish the first 4. We'll talk about the super depending on where we are in the points. But that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, man. Now back in the day, listen, Roland Martin, Bill Dance, Jimmy Houston, Denny Brower's had several different shows. Let's see. Who else? Oh my gosh, I've met him. Oh my gosh, Larry Nixon had a really good show. Hank Parker, of course. Got to shout out Hank. He's got the greatest name in fishing. I'm going to say that's a negatory. I just can't do Randy. Just can't do him. 2 peas in the pod. I'm just saying. 2 peas in the pod. But yeah, I mean, I need to look and see, what kind of other, YouTube channels are out there. I'd like to see some really in depth. That's what I try to give you all, especially, and you all tell me how I'm doing, because I know some of the stuff it's basic, but I mean, like fishing a spoon. I mean, how hard is it to fish a spoon? A spoon, you throw it out there, you either, if they're suspended, you count it down and you do this, or you fish it to the bottom and you do this. I mean, pretty much the deal. Rod reel line needs to be right. Like I said, love my canine fluoro. So, by the way, and I'm going to show y'all this real quick. If any of you go out there and you buy, remember, pay attention. This is a copolymer. This is 100%. So I know it says fluoro. I know that's confusing. 100% fluorocarbon, and this is a copolymer. But I like to use it. It's got a little bit of stretch. I like to use it, because it's a neutral buoyancy, and it doesn't take on water. So you get, you really get, when you're throwing anything that's jigging, a spoon, a blade bait, it's not as bad to turn back in on itself because it stretches a little bit. That is not an action I should do on camera. Ty does some good stuff, but I mean, I like Ty. I'm subscribed to him. I like to see. I don't know, man. I have just been in it for so long that I'm not saying I know everything, but my buddy Ben says it all the time. I'm really looking for juice, real juice of stuff. And so you guys let me know, because I know I love to fish different things. And if that's one thing you notice about me, I love to fish different things. An A-rig full of square bills. Challenge accepted. No. That is like going to pull my back skin off. Like, you know that, right? Like, I'm going to hook my back. I'm literally going to pull just giant thing of flesh. That's got some, Silence of the Lamb, sort of stuff going on there. Gear videos, yeah. I don't like to do the gear videos, Mike, as much as like Debo and them. I'm more. Hey, I do like B-Lat. I can't believe I forgot about B-Lat. B-Lat kind of big time me though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hide it from y'all. I ain't gonna hide it from y'all geeks. B-Lat called me up right before he won that tournament, and he's like, "Hey man, let's meet up. Let's fish." He won that tournament. I ain't heard from him since. Because he had less subscribers than me when he won that tournament. So, yeah, I'll just say it like it is, man. I mean, I like B-Lad. I've met him in person after that, talked to him. He's a nice guy. Like his videos. Truth is truth, though. I know he's busy. I'm just a poor little old redneck from Southwest Virginia. But, I don't big time people. I don't care who you are. Yeah, Hank Parker, like I said, best name in the country or in fishing. Hank Parker. I'll tell you a story. I met Hank at Watson's. This is why you need to go to Watson's. I've met Gerald Swindell at Watson's. Go back and look, there's a video on Watson's. It's an old one, but go back and watch. You want to talk about Gerald Swindell being able to drop it on a dime. I just walked up to him and said, "Hey man, will you say hey on my channel?" He goes, "What's your channel?" I said, Bassgeek. And I mean, he rolls. It is on. Go back and watch that video. I don't remember what it is. Goals for 2023. This is a big one because I've really been focused on them. Goals for 2023 is, for you guys that don't know, we had a great 2022. We did 4.4 million views. We gained almost 20,000 new subscribers. We had a great year. And so my goals are the only thing that really set us back last year was the truck hitting the house. That was a pretty big one. But it on YouTube, when you get momentum rolling, and when we got into June and July, we were pulling like 3,000 new subscribers a month. And then the truck hit the house. I didn't have time to do anything. And when you stop on YouTube, when you've got momentum, you have to keep pumping out content. And, with my job and working and putting, last year we're still putting out 2 shorts and 2 videos. That's technically 4 videos a week. And we are flying by the seat of our pants. I say we, it's me and Jeremy a lot. So, the thing about it is, when you quit, we went from 150 to 250 subscriber days to 6 subscribers a month later when we couldn't put out content. Matt Steffen, yes, I do like Matt very much. That's the goal this year. We're going to get ahead. It's going to allow me to fish more, just being more organized. And if we can, the biggest things, the biggest goals are sometime by the middle of the year is to be maybe doing this full time, which will change everything. Tyler's Real Fishing is awesome too. I like Tyler. But I've got to have certain things in place, like certain guaranteed money so I can pay bills. I mean, I'm 49 year old. Well, I'll be 49 in April, and I'm a grown man, that really until I started doing this, nobody knew who I was. So I've got to make sure that I can keep the lights on, or the wife will not be happy. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell the Hank Parker story. So the Hank Parker story, he was at Watson's. I walk up to him. He's on my shirt back here, signed my shirt. I look at him and I go, buddy, you got a great name. And he just looks at me real funny. I said, by the way, my name's Hank Rogers. And he's like, oh, you can't win. He's a sharp cat too. Yeah, that's the thing. I agree with that. I don't think it's, one or two fish catches, like a short, is great. But yeah, watching fish catches isn't great. Now, that's the kind of the difference between me and Debo. I'm more of a tactical guy. Okay. I don't really care I don't care if I've got the best or the worst tackle. I've used piston reels on 5-inch swim baits with, an ounce head on them, and had my rod and reel set up, for, maybe 115, 120 bucks, you know, to, and it be an incredible combo. But, for me, it's all about Debo and Tackle Junkie are going to really give you the ins and outs of, rods, reels, baits. They really know that stuff. I'm more of a, when do I use this? How do I use this? When does this best work? How does this best work? Let me put this to work. Like you always hear me talk about not necessarily having a confidence bait, but understanding how the tool, the bait, works best for me, when it works best for me, what conditions it works best for me. So I'm more of a tactical sort of guy, right? So you really want to watch my channels when I'm talking about things and talking about, look, yes, in the wintertime, it does get monotonous. In the wintertime, you're focusing on the same sort of things. You hear me talk about bluffs and you see these giant walls, but a bluff is no more than a channel swing. All right. So if that creek channel isn't running up against that bluff 90% of the time, I don't care about it. I'm not going to really worry about it a whole lot. And you're right. It really depends on your level of experience. And that's what I try to do. So I try to give you enough information about fishing a bait that lets you understand. And you can go fish whatever bait. Like you can pick this jerk bait up. If you go watch one of my jerk bait videos, what I want you to learn from that jerk bait videos, I want you to look at that bill and I want you to look at that body. Okay. Look at that body. That is a flat side body. If anybody's watched my jerk bait videos, you can tell me what I call this and how it best works in the water. All right. And so I don't even have to fish this, and I know how to fish it as soon as I look at it. It's just the way most are. Somebody asked me about a dredger today. A dredger, if you look at a dredger, it's really close to a DT. So it's kind of that middle of the road. It's a very finesse, very tight wiggle, but at the same time, it's got a little bit of side to it. So there's a little, it borders on the wobble, right? It borders on that wobble. So, that's the sort of stuff. Any tips for fishing YouTubers? And this really is any YouTuber. I'm going to tell you two biggest secrets. Okay. Two biggest secrets. I'll give you consistency. Consistency. If you're doing it once a month, every other week, once a week, same exact time every single day, or that day, whenever it is, consistency. The other thing is 3 is the magic number. 3 long play videos is the magic number. I can run off 100 different channels. And see, I got to get there. I only put out 2. That's the other thing I want to get to this year. I have no doubts that if I can put 3 out, we're hitting 100,000 subscribers this year. Because if we just match what we did last year, we're at 82, 84. So, but 3 is the magic number. Speaking of tactical bass, in 2017, they started putting out 3. They'd been on YouTube for 10 years. 10 years. They had 33,000 subscribers. They were inconsistent, but had some good videos, good fish catches because they fish Clear Lake. I mean, if you don't, come on. I mean, it's one of the top 3 lakes in the nation. You can't catch big fish there. You might as well sell your gear. They met the Googans, who gave them the secret sauce. And the secret sauce is 3 videos a week minimum, same bat time, same bat channel. Also, guys going to know what that means, but it means consistency. 3. It takes the algorithm about 3 months to pick that up. So if you do it for a month, you ain't doing nothing. The algorithm don't know you're alive. It's starting to go, what's that? There you go. But see, I know 90% of you won't do that. So I don't mind telling you. Huh. Hey, that's a great idea. Great idea. Shut up, Randy. Sometimes you just got to take shoes off and get out there and walk around in the grass and become one with nature. How many of y'all seen that video? Yeah, G-Man, dude. G-Man. Hey, I met Denny Brower. So back in the day, I tell this story all the time. Me and my brother went to the bar in this hotel. We were staying in Roanoke, and they had that's back when Bass, BASS, used to put on the Bass University stuff. So I got to meet Denny Brower, Larry Nixon, 2 of my huge heroes, a couple other guys, Jimmy Houston, and Denny didn't get there until the second day. I have not done a scent comparison. That would be fun. I don't know how we would do that, but I have to think about it. I really want to do some head-to-head shorts against baits that are the same in my pool. Yep, redneck, above ground, 100%. And I really wanted to do that last year, but never got to. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You guys are doing a great job too. Just keep that consistency up. Thank you. Now, I will say there's some of the stuff that I've rushed out because I'm trying to get ahead. You guys don't know how hard I've worked. If my wife was in here, she'd really tell you how hard I've worked to try and get ahead of the videos because it's hard to do in the wintertime. Number one, around here, fishing blows for the most part. So, you've got to get out there and kind of get stuff done. Oh, yeah, Linder, man. I can't forget about Linder. Oh, yeah, the walleye. Yeah. That was horrible. Yeah. Piss fun reels. Pissy fun. I don't know who picked that name out. I know it's a Japanese company or Chinese company, but they probably should have checked out translations. Lenders of the North. Yeah, I'm not going to stay on here much longer, guys. Man, I appreciate the heck out of you all being here. Hey, 570 Bassett gets in here. What's going on? Hey, I'm in Tennessee. What part of Tennessee you in, Mike? Wait a minute. Didn't you tell me that earlier? Going on, Ben? Yeah, a clab does. But now what will end up happening a lot of times with the clab like that, if you can't be consistent, you can't hold. You sometimes you got YouTubers, but you got no views. So nope, not right now, brother. I am sorry. We stopped selling them. That was a short time thing till the end. Bait man, I like bait man. I did find a person for the BFLs. He's going to travel with me. Rick Clun is the man, by the way. Greatest ever. I don't know if that's real Rick Clun. I heavily doubt it. He don't seem like the YouTubing type to me. But anyway, I like to fish different. That's what I was kind of telling y'all. I like to fish different. Until I started putting out spy bait videos. Who have you seen really on YouTube talk about fishing spy bait video? Will, what's going on, Will? For largemouth out on ledges, I've gone big time. Well, I'm trying my best to go big time. Actually, I'm off the full. I'm on the zeros now, so I'm trying to get back to. I don't know that I've ever been small time, but slightly lighter time. How's that? So Ben throwing it at Socky. Anyway, but I hope we're going to get to make better videos. I know I can make better videos for you all. I know I can make really in-depth, detailed videos for you all. And that's what I want my fishing videos to be. I don't want them to be, hey, look at me, I can catch fish. I want them to be more of, hey, this is why. And you guys really like that crankbait video that I really broke down. This is why I'm using this crankbait, this crankbait, this crankbait, and this crankbait. It's why I'm doing it. And that's what I want my fishing videos to be. I want them to be the sort of deals where, it's about the tactics. It's not about a single bait. It's how I approach this part of the lake, this time of year, this color water, in these conditions, and why I'm doing it. And, a lot of times when you're thinking about it out on the lake, you're not necessarily saying it. So maybe we need to just do voiceovers. Maybe, I know you guys really liked the guys that watched the uncut. Now, I'm not saying do an uncut, but the guys that really liked the uncut, they liked it because I did the voiceover and I said, I'm doing this right here. This is what I'm looking for. Look at that on the graph. That tells me there's this, that, or this here. So, that's what I want them to be. So if we're doing fishing videos, hopefully we're doing the fishing videos in the style of lake breakdowns, area breakdowns, situational breakdowns. And that's what I want it to be. Thank you very much, Chris. So, all right, guys, listen. My wife, my granddaughter, and them are in here. I want to go check them out. I want to go piss my granddaughter off. She's 9 months old, and when she's sleepy, she hates her papa. When she's not, she loves him, but when she's sleepy, she hates him. And that's my favorite time to make her cry. So I do it just by giving her sugar. She just hates it. Maybe it's the beard and the mustache, but it's good time. Guys, thank you for just coming out and hanging out with me. Thank you for the input on the channel. Come see me at these Camus booths. Again, Knoxville Expo, Red Crest in Charlotte, back in Knoxville for the Bassmaster. Come see me. Help me impress these Camus guys. Dollar signs, what? Anyway, you guys be good and keep those comments coming in the videos. That's a big deal. And tell me what you want to see. Ask me if I'm glossed over something a little too quickly. See you in Charlotte, Chris. Ben, we got to get together sometime. I've got to do a trip where I come down and spend a little time with Joey and then swing by and you take me out on the old Santee. The kid fishing, thank you, man. We are going to try our best to keep it going strong. Like I said, the goal is 100,000 in 2023. And that's a lot on me, but I need you guys to be that 100%, hashtag 100% watch squad. Guys watching every video all the way through is so important to the channel. I can't tell you how important it is. Thank you for everybody that sponsors the video. Thank you guys. And we got the February Bassgeek box coming out real soon. So keep your eye out for that. And you'll have a chance to win. We've got a ton of videos. We got a ton of videos lined up. So you guys, it should be fun. We're going to show you a ton of shorts for products from each of the shows too. The cool stuff that we find. Anyway, too much stuff. I love you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. You know what I always say, catch more fish and you guys rock. I don't know. We do both of them. But thank you, man. We've had a great crowd out tonight. Thank you. Love each and every one of you. You guys rock.